Greetings and salutations. My name is Schwahn, and welcome to episode number 30 of an ongoing series, First Impression. Now first, I either have a giant hole in my chest right here, or I did manage to figure out how to mask this particular Sour Patch Kid appropriately. One of these two things happened. We'll wait and see what happens in the final product, just to let you know. In any case, today's first impression is going to be on the 2D platforming video game Spelunky. Spelunky was developed and published by Moss Mouth LLC, say that 5 times fast, and was originally released on Windows PC in 2008. Now it did get a remake in 2013, which is what we are going to be playing, and since then it has been released on a lot of things: Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 and 4, and PlayStation Vita. There's also a Chrome version for Chrome browsers on your computer, and I'm sure we'll end up seeing it on Xbox One and Nintendo Switch soon. It's just a game that's easy to adapt and kind of put wherever we want to see it go. But the game, do you need me to explain what it is? Its name is Spelunky. You're spelunking. You're going digging for treasure. It's a 2D platformer. You go down into some caves and I assume find treasure or traps or both or something. That's what you do. That's how spelunking works. You're just digging and hoping for gold. You're hoping for diamonds. Cool. Without further ado, let's begin. Greetings and salutations. This is supposed to be where the content portion for Spelunky begins. I need to interject real quick. And that's to say that there's something wrong with this video. The audio for the content portion is completely lost. Now, I don't have the greatest of track record when it comes to retaining my audio when it comes to the content portion. Sometimes it's just my voice, sometimes it's just the game, but very rarely, in fact, I think this might be the first time that I just have none whatsoever at all. And I don't know exactly the reason why, because it could be a lot of things. I did have a problem with my computer, and that's kind of why these have been on such a delay. I had to completely wipe and reset it in its entirety and reset and reinstall Windows so that I could actually start getting the feature updates and stuff again. And I recorded this video before I did that, and I'm not sure if that might have been part of what the issue was. Maybe there was an issue with the system that made the audio just not record one way or another. So, doesn't matter. But I did want to keep the video, one, because I said on the last video that Spelunky was next, and two, because there's some important stuff that I need to say and get to in the outro of this video. And I still wanted to give Spelunky its worth because it is from an indie studio, even if it's an indie studio that has kind of gotten it's got a lot of praise for the work that is Spelunky. So, with that said, I am going to be fast forwarding the content portion, so you're not just sitting there watching something that has no audio, because that's not super enjoyable, and I didn't want to just slap some music on it. I mean, I'm gonna slap some music on it, but not through the whole like 20-minute bit that was the actual content portion. I'm gonna probably shorten it down to like 3 minutes, so that if you just want to see that I did play through it and try and pick apart some stuff that happened, you're more than welcome to do so. So this is gonna be a truncated content portion with no audio, unfortunately. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you. Enjoy. Spelunky is delightful. It's simple. It doesn't have much of a story, but that's okay because it doesn't necessarily need one, because you're not playing it for a story per se. It has just enough of one. There's this mine. You don't die inside. You can go as deep as you're able to. Every time you die, you'll go back to the entrance, loot all you can, save the damsels that are... Why are they there? How did they get there? Concern. Anywho, so yeah, it's cute. It's simple. I'm sure there's more in terms of like, I don't really care for the whip. Maybe like a sword. I'll take a sword, especially if it has a nice arc to get those bats that beat me in the face. That'd be nice. It's a game that you're able to laugh at yourself of your own misfortune of, I'm the dumbass that did that. Yay. It is very simple though, which is both good and bad. Simple means that it's easy to pick up, easy to play, but it also means that it doesn't have a whole lot of depth. So while I enjoy this, I could also very quickly see myself going, well, that was fun. And then just moving on, that's it. But that's all I really have to say on it, because it is so simple. It's a cute concept. I'm curious, like, what you do if you, like, run out of bombs, or if the level randomizes in such a way that you get stuck, especially if you do have those limited number of resources. While I was getting lots of bombs in that tutorial mission, I didn't find myself getting very many in that first level, so a level of resource management might also be at play there. And you don't get very much life. I'm curious to see if as you get farther, if you get more life or something like that. And I also would have liked to see, like, essentially that's like a pocket. Like, I got that freeze gun in the tutorial, and I was like, oh, this is cool, but I'd like to not have to use it. I'd like to just, like, put that on my back, maybe be able to hold one thing. But, those are just, like, things that I immediately noticed that I would immediately like to see different in it. I did hear that there's something about maybe a Spelunky 2, so maybe they'll have something like that in Spelunky 2. But ultimately, it's a simple game with a simple concept that is able to be played for some simple fun. And it does its job well. I don't know if it was as good in 2008 as this 2013 forward version, but good presentation, plays well, plays very smoothly. It's a very well-designed game, especially knowing that it is from such an indie studio, which is Moss Mouth LLC. Good work. So, with that said, the next video is going to be on Fire Emblem Awakening. Now, I did just recently do a Fire Emblem game. The first proper Fire Emblem game I had ever played was Fire Emblem Three Houses for the Nintendo Switch, which I have played through that entire game. I loved it. I will have a final review of it coming out eventually. But we recently held, through our Discord server and onto our Twitch channel, a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament. It was very small, it was only 8 people, it was single elimination, you had 3 stocks, 7 minutes, and we just went through it. We got it set up, started, and we're done within like an hour. It was very small because we didn't want to reach too large for what's possible for us, because I say us, it's really kind of just me. But we did hold a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament, and first place got to just say, you will do this for a first impression, with the caveat that it had to be something that I haven't played before. Unfortunately, we didn't have to like go in a back and forth or anything like that, and they said, my favorite game of all time is Fire Emblem Awakening. Have you played that? No. Sick. Do that for your first impression. And so that is what I'm doing for their next first impression, which is Fire Emblem Awakening. It is a turn-based tactical RPG it's Fire Emblem. It's just a different presentation, it's a different setup, it's a different story, it's new characters, which I'm interested to see a lot of how much Awakening grabs me in the way that Three Houses did. I could not put Three Houses down. That game, absorbed me so well for so long. And if Fire Emblem Awakening has even 80% of that power that Fire Emblem Three Houses did, I'm very much looking forward to it. But we'll see what it actually has when we get into that next video. Now, if you do want to be aware next time we hold a tournament, a contest, anything like that, it's difficult for us to put announcements for it on this channel without just making like a quick 2-minute video like, yo, hey, we're holding a tournament. I will try to do that in the future. But for this first one we did, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, follow us especially on the Discord server. We had lots of discussion on the Discord server about what the tournament was going to be, how we were going to hold it, how many people were going to be in it, and we'd love to have your input and feedback on that, especially as we move towards holding another one in the relatively near future, probably before the end of the year, is what I'm going to say in terms of when that next one will be held. Don't have a date or a time at this point, but that's going to be the target, is before the end of the year. So sometime within the next 5 weeks-ish. So again, if you are interested in that, please go down to the description below and join our Discord server. You can catch up with me. We can talk about video games, anime, politics, whatever you want. There's bots in there for you to hang out and do whatever you want with. Jump into that Discord server. Otherwise, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you see fit. There's links to all of that in that description below. Now, I just plugged a whole bunch of stuff, so here's a couple more plugs, which is on Thursdays, we do a Twitch live stream for Two Dead Dudes, me and my good friend Adam Weinberg. We are playing through the Souls-like subgenre of video games where you die very often. Spelunky might be something that could have went on there. And we're going through the games. I've not played any of them, so I'm kind of taking the helm and giving the first try and going exploring the areas. If I die, I pass it over Adam and back and forth, and we're just having a good time, giving each other shit, joining. If you want to come join Team Heckle and heckle us for our failures, Thursdays, 6:30 p.m. Alaska time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, and 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, if that is something that interests you. Now, if you do go check out another one of our YouTube videos, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.